Dierking, after 2 days spent seating a jury, testimony gets underway today for a man on trial a second time for the murder of his co-worker.
And Janet Levy is live in Boone County with the opening statements in David Dooley's retrial. And Janet?
Well, Rob, the Boone County Sheriff's deputies, they went to Thermo Fisher Scientific that morning in 2012 after receiving a 911 call that Michelle Mockbee had been murdered. That caller and David Dooley found Mockbee's body, and it turned out that she had been beaten to death.
And they got her, like her whole body's covered with plastic in that, so you can't see her head or anything.
It was the day after Memorial Day in 2012. Michelle Mockbee went into work early to take care of payroll after the long holiday weekend. She was murdered just after arriving.
Whoever did this left. Items that were used in Michelle's murder to this day have never been found at that warehouse. Items like the tape gun that bound her wrist.
Assistant Attorney General Jon Heck says David Dooley was the only person who left and returned that morning in his red truck. He was gone for 30 minutes. A red bloodstain was found near Mockbee's office and pry marks on her office door.
When were those pry marks put on there?
When were they put on the door?
Uh-huh.
I cannot testify to that.
Major Dave Stallsworth testified that Dooley was nervous about being separated from other employees because he said he was upset. The Commonwealth says Dooley cannot be excluded from DNA on Mockbee's body, but his DNA was found at the crime scene.
The trash bag that was on her head, a much stronger match to David Dooley.
Dooley's attorneys conceded the Commonwealth's point that David Dooley was likely clocking in his wife so she could be paid for work while she was not there. But she said detectives only focused on their client as a suspect and ignored others, including Michelle Mockbee's husband.
Let's talk about Dan Mockbee. No alibi, ladies and gentlemen. I was sleeping. No alibi.
Deanna Dennison said Mockbee got more than $800,000 in life insurance and other benefits after his wife's death and made large cash withdrawals.
No one said that. No one could say that he was. Nobody actually saw him there. Maybe he asked somebody else to do it. But he was the only one who knew exactly what time she was going to be coming in that morning.
Now, Deanna Dennison pointed out that David Dooley's apartment and truck were searched and that they didn't find any blood or fiber evidence linking him to Michelle Mockbee's murder. The Assistant Attorney General, meanwhile, conceded that the investigators made some mistakes in this case. We can assume we're going to hear more about that later on. Testimony resumes tomorrow morning. Reporting live at the Boone County Courthouse, Janet Levy, Local 12 News.
All right, Anjanette, thank you. And Anjanette will be covering David Dooley's retrial in Boone County over the next several weeks. She will be tweeting live updates throughout the proceedings.